Hey guys. Today we're going to continue reading this book that we started yesterday called Living Sunlight. The book presents true information about how plants go through photosynthesis to create glucose, but it does it in kind of an artistic way, almost like reading a poem. But then at the end of the book, it gives you plain old facts about photosynthesis, and it also tells you, it kind of explains the illustrations in the book. So I'm going to read some of this to you, and then tomorrow we're going to make our own picture representing photosynthesis. And so for tomorrow, you're going to need colored pencils, markers, or crayons. You can use either colored pencils, crayons, or markers, but you're going to need pink, green, blue, and for white, we'll just kind of outline in black or outline in pencil, and yellow. So one thing you can do today to prepare for your work for tomorrow is just go find your colored pencils or crayons and put them someplace where you'll be able to find them tomorrow. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the book and see if we can understand the illustrations a little bit better. This is a book about life, about how life works. It is a book about how our sun gives us life through photosynthesis, the most important process on Earth. It is also a book about how photosynthesis connects all of life, how all life shares the same atoms, and how these atoms cycle on our planet. Why did we make this book? Without photosynthesis, our planet would be a lifeless ball of rock and water. Photosynthesis changes the gas mass of carbon dioxide, CO2, into the air, into the solid mass of plants, the plants that fuel all life on Earth. We made this book to help people understand this astounding phenomenon. We hope this understanding will help guide us toward a deeper sense of the unity of all of life. So, how does life work? It all begins with the sun. Our star radiates heat and light in all directions, and a tiny part of that radiant energy hits Earth. But that tiny amount is still huge. The sunlight striking Earth every 8 seconds equals all the energy from coal, oil, and gas we use in one full day. Most of this solar radiation weathers rocks, creates winds, controls the temperatures, and powers the water cycles of Earth. But a tiny amount of the sunlight hitting Earth is absorbed by plants and used in photosynthesis, and this makes all the difference. About 800 billion tons of plants are growing on our Earth. Every year through photosynthesis, these plants pull carbon dioxide gas from the air and build it into 60 billion tons of new plant tissue, new growth. Trees and all other plants are made from air? Yes. How do plants do this? First, they use their green pigment, called chlorophyll, to collect sunlight energy in the form of photons, which are the little yellow dots that you see throughout the book. This process is illustrated in the insert, where the chlorophyll antenna is shown as a round-bellied green vase with many necks, down which the photon energy is being funneled to the photosynthetic reaction center. Here, sunlight, solar energy, is converted to chemical energy. This is the factory that begins to make life from light. The special molecules produced in this microfactory are the energy packets in our story, the pinkish blobs that begin as rounded shapes, but get energized with jagged yellow halos by the photon energy. These energy packets are central to the machinery of life. While sunlight is being collected by chlorophyll, the plant sucks up water molecules. These are shown as white balls, oxygen, with 2 blue balls, hydrogen, attached. What happens to water in photosynthesis? This is one of the most amazing parts of the process. Plants use the sun's energy to break apart water molecules and release hydrogen and oxygen. This is an extraordinary feat. If humans could figure out how to do this easily, split off hydrogen from water, we would have all the energy we need. This is the step in photosynthesis where oxygen gas, O2, is made and released into the air. This is where all the oxygen in our atmosphere comes from. This is the oxygen we breathe, the oxygen that keeps us alive. So far, we have shown how plants convert the sun's energy into chemical energy packets, and we have shown how they make oxygen. But how do plants change gas mass to plant mass? As the plants are breathing out oxygen, they are also breathing in carbon dioxide from the air. They need to use the carbon dioxide in the final step of photosynthesis, making sugar. In the pictures, the double white balls in the air represent the oxygen molecules, and the double white balls with the black ball in the middle represent the carbon dioxide molecules. Chemical energy carried in the energy packets and carbon dioxide molecules both enter the huge orange ball. Inside this ball, the carbon molecules from carbon dioxide are joined together to make sugar molecules. In the picture, you see them fly out of the ball to the right. Sugar is the final product of photosynthesis. What kinds of sugar do plants make? This is not just any old sugar like the fine crystals in our sugar bowls or the corn syrup in soda pop. This is a particular kind of sugar called glucose, C6H12O6. Glucose is energy central in life processes. Notice that the energy packets, which are flying out the bottom of the orange ball, have lost their halos. Their energy, originally from the sun, has been transferred to the bonds that hold the sugar molecules together. What does the huge orange ball in the picture represent? This is the enzyme called Rubisco. This is its nickname. Its real name, ribulose biphosphate carboxylase. Yeah, that's right. This is the workhorse of photosynthesis, and it is part of an extraordinarily complex chemical pathway. Okay, we're going to stop there. Now, do I expect you to understand everything that I just read? No. Do I want you to understand that plants go through a process where they change energy from the sun into energy that they can use to grow and reproduce using sugar? Yes, I do want you to understand that. For now, all I really want you to get out of this whole page that I just read is that tomorrow we're going to make a diagram showing the most critical parts that I want you to understand, and I'm going to need you to have some colored pencils to do that. That's basically the gist of this page. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this book. I thought it was really, really cool.